What do we really know about the food we eat? We know the food industry makes a lot of money, and the government pays them billions to keep food prices low. But is it paying off? Today in America, chronic disease is killing people like never before in human history, and our government is paying $1 trillion a year for Medicare. Maybe there's something we're missing or forgot about. In the past 5 to 10 years, scientists and doctors from all around the world have been trying different ways to cure and reverse chronic disease. And many of them have discovered that bacteria affect different experiments in interesting ways. Bacteria is actually another way of saying a microorganism. And there are billions of different kinds of bacteria or microorganisms living in and on our bodies all the time. But the problem is that there is a gap in medical science where it comes to the microbiome. The first problem is doctors don't learn about the microbiome or diet in medical school. This is because our medical system is based on tests that show fast results from observations or tests. And with microbes being microscopic and living in our bodies, it's very hard to find any conclusive facts about their effects. Frankly, it's boring and gross, and we don't want to talk about it as advanced humans. Well, what if this research is key to understanding how humans should be living in a sustainable way that's not only natural for our bodies, but natural for the earth as well? After doing a lot of research and learning about the food industry, modern medical doctors and researchers, I found evidence of the benefits of the microbiome-oriented diet. This simple missing link that the food and medical industry don't want you to know can dramatically change modern medical science, the food industry, and our human health. And that is, you are what you eat. If you eat fruits, vegetables, and nuts, your microbiome can digest the nutrients and break down the fiber for energy. This will help them repair your body, fight bad bacteria, cleanse toxins out of the body, and keep you healthy and young. If you eat meat, dairy, processed sugary foods, take a lot of medicine and pills, and drink alcohol daily, your body starts to break down and colonies of unhealthy microbes of healthy microbes die off, turning your body into a place where bad bacteria can thrive. And as they breed and thrive, the body breaks down more. The aging process speeds up, and for 1 out of 3 people, the body will have to have no fight left and cancer cells start to grow. At that point, it is extremely difficult to cure or treat chronic disease. But if you take preventative measures and start the microbe diet early, you can not only live longer, but improve your quality of life no matter what age you are. So how can we rebuild and heal our precious microbiome? Simply put, we can, instead of eating 80% foods that kill the healthy microbes and 20% foods that feed the good microbes, we switch to 80% of the foods we eat being fruits, vegetables, and nuts to feed the good microbes and limit bad food to 20% or less. Over time, we will flush the bad bacteria with daily fruits, vegetables, and nuts and herbs and turn our internal environment to one that supports the body and mind in a healthy way, simply by feeding the healthy microbes with the proper food for humans. And not only do microbes need food with fiber, but they live in fruits, vegetables, and nuts, and each different natural food has different microbes in them. So when we eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and nuts, we get 50 times the benefit because we have so many different microbes that all do something special for the body. Now that you know the truth, it's time to let you know it's a lot easier said than done. Switching back to the natural human diet after being on the standard American diet your whole life is tough. For one, everywhere we turn in America, we can buy candy, soda, and fast food. And our taste buds have adjusted to the overloads of sugar and processed food, so there is a withdrawal period. We are literally addicted to the American diet. And the bad bacteria in us know how to chemically alter our bodies to make us feel like we need to eat unhealthy food. And buying and cooking fruits, vegetables, and nuts can be overwhelming. Luckily for you, I've made a 120-page book that goes over this information in much more detail. It's really two books in one. The first book is called The Book of Secrets and goes over the microbiome in more detail. I talk about the evidence modern doctors are discovering. I go over food history and how we got to this place from a historical view. Also, superfoods that help remove bad bacteria and boost healthy microbes, and other ways we can help our microbiome. And the second book is called Encapsulating Capsules, is more about how to transition from the standard American diet to the microbe diet. This unhealthy trend we are seeing worldwide is increasing every year. And as the public suffers the consequences, financially and through loss of loved ones, the billionaires in charge of these industries that shut down this information from reaching the light get richer and richer. But ultimately, it's all our choice. With more of this information coming out, a large portion of the public has gone back to the natural ways and taking control of chronic disease and not becoming another victim. And the food industry and medical industry, billionaires know this. And soon they will go bankrupt because people aren't buying their toxic foods and won't be needing expensive pills and surgeries. Not only does this diet have the best interest for our body, but it also is better for the earth. And from an environmental outlook, adopting a microbe diet is the single best thing we can do to help our earth heal as well. I made my book with the hopes of being informative and easy to follow. Many books on health written by doctors are so confusing with data and studies that it seems so overwhelming to us that we just want to give up and do what our doctor says. Before I learned any of this information, I thought stomach acidity, constipation, inconsistent sleep, brain fog, struggling to lose weight, anxiety, low energy, and chronic disease was just a part of life. It's not. It's what happens when you're a part of a system that's led by people that think they are smarter than Mother Nature. Thankfully, I no longer have these problems, and life is totally different. Hopefully, if we can get enough people on the microbe diet, we can not only change our body's health, but change the profit-driven system in place that will protect the planet instead of exploiting her for money.